When we look back at American environmental policy in the 20th century, 1973 was a massive turning point. Before this time, America's growing industries cared far more about making money and expanding business than taking care of nature. The results were terrible. Dozens of Native American plants and animals were quickly driven right to the edge of absolute extinction. But in that exact year, on December 28, 1973, President Richard Nixon signed the Endangered Species Act into law with overwhelming support from both political parties. From the very moment it was born, this law carried the most radical and powerful federal authority to protect wildlife in American history. So, how does this powerful law actually work to protect our environment? The federal government uses scientific data to choose which species to protect. They divide them into two categories: endangered, meaning a species is in immediate danger of going extinct, and threatened, meaning it is likely to become endangered soon. Once a species gets on the official list, hunting, catching, or harming it in any way is strictly banned by federal law. On top of that, if any major government project like a massive highway or a giant dam might destroy the habitats these animals need, the project can be forced to stop completely or change its plans. The results were incredible. The American bald eagle, which was dying out because agriculture chemical pesticides like DDT made their eggshells too fragile, made a dramatic comeback thanks to habitat protection and hunting bans. The giant humpback whale experienced a similar victory. These success stories clearly prove that when the government sets firm rules and targets specific habitats, nature can truly heal itself. However, deep historical data shows us another side of the story. The ESA has been incredibly successful as an ecological emergency room, keeping over 99% of listed species alive. But when it comes to patients actually walking out of the hospital fully cured, meaning species that recovered enough to be completely removed from the list, the rate over the last 50 years is less than 3%. Why is this gap so huge? The answer lies in the fierce, unyielding battle between environmental protection and regional economies. To protect a single small species, the government banned logging and stopped oil drilling across vast lands. Local industries and workers quickly pushed back, asking why a single bird should cost them their jobs and livelihoods. In the middle of this deep conflict, whenever political power shifted in Washington, D.C., the ESA's funding and regulations went on a wild roller coaster ride. This constant instability made it incredibly difficult to carry out long-term conservation plans. Today, more than half a century after the law was passed, the ESA faces brand new problems that the original lawmakers never expected. Fast-moving climate change, rapid urban growth, and massive habitat loss mean we can no longer just focus on saving one single animal at a time. We have to protect entire ecosystems and landscapes ahead of time. This is especially challenging because more than two-thirds of protected species live on private property. In the past, heavy government fines and property restrictions only backfired, leaving private landowners frustrated and defensive toward conservation efforts. That is why we are seeing a massive shift right now. Instead of using strict punishments, the government is introducing market-based financial incentives. They are actively paying private landowners to restore and protect habitats on their own property. The lesson from that last 50 years is crystal clear. Moving forward, the ESA cannot just be a rigid shield used to stop extinctions. It must evolve into a cooperative system where the environment and the economy work together to build a sustainable future.